Park Elementary and the Nice High School JROTC.
And good morning, everybody. It is time for Jacksonville Icemen on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. Arlie Johnson with you this morning for a special game as the Icemen are hosting the South Carolina Stingrays, a game that is designed as a field trip for local kids around the Jacksonville area. Of course, all counties involved. They are expecting a record crowd today for this game. The Icemen record crowd, 89-67 opening night this season against South Carolina. They will break that today. For the first time ever, the Icemen are opening up the upper bowl for some seats today. They are expecting roughly 10,000 people for the contest, many of them screaming elementary kids, and it is going to be a lot of fun today as the Icemen at 6-2 host the 6-4 South Carolina Stingrays. Aside from a great time for the kids, there's also a lot at stake for the Icemen today. A victory will put them in a tie for first place in the South Division with the Norfolk Admirals, a team that they play on Monday afternoon, another day game for the Icemen. Starting in goal today for the Icemen is going to be Mikhail Bairden. Suffered his first loss of the season on Tuesday against the Orlando Solar Bears. Still 3-1 on the year. Goals against of 3.02, save percentage of 91%. Starting in net for the Stingrays, Adam Morrison. He's 3-2 on the season with a 2.82 goals against average. Jacksonville controls the faceoff. We are underway. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It is Jack Glover for the Icemen. Up ahead for Critchlow, stolen by South Carolina. Bessie with a wrister. Blocker save made by Bairden. Tested early in this one. Grant Bessie, one of the best players in the league. He has been red hot for the Stingrays. The Icemen playing into the Stingray zone now. Garrett Hunt first on the puck in the right wing corner. Cam Critchlow helping him out. It is poked away by the Stingrays. Bessie moves it to the right side for Joey Leach. Up ahead for Charbonneau, who will forehand in, and a line change on the fly for the Stingrays. Glover first on it behind his own net for the Icemen. Jacksonville also completing a change. Dan DeSalvo skates by the puck. Glover holds on to it. Plays right up the middle to Wasey Rabbit, who's on an 8-game point scoring streak. Rabbit's pass intended for DeSalvo, knocked out of midair by the Stingrays. They will skate in transition. Polkamp feeds it behind the Jacksonville net. Bairden gets a piece of it and a big hit behind the play. Cale Detzel got a piece of Tim Harrison as the Icemen collect the puck. It is DeSalvo up the right side for Cam McLeese. Looking for Wasey Rabbit, who plays it over the blue line. Stingrays first on it in the form of Patrick Gall. Gall headmans it for Polkamp. Back for Gall. Turnaround shot. It goes wide to the short side. Carrying all the way out to the neutral zone for Davison for South Carolina. We're a minute and a half into the contest. Still scoreless. Up and down action early on. And a steal by the Icemen in the neutral zone. It's Fowley, right wing side. Shot on net. Save is made by Morrison. Rebound cleared away to center ice by South Carolina. Cody Fowley gets first shot on net for the Icemen. Jacksonville plays it right back into the zone. Randolph is spilled on the play. Jacksonville tries to play it around the ball, but there's nobody at the point to cover for it. They'll have to track it down deep in their own territory. Dejan Mingo with a man on his tail. Plays it off the end boards. Taking the body there is Jacob Cederholm. The Icemen have a couple of new faces today. We'll tell you about them as soon as we get an opportunity to do so. In the meantime, South Carolina clears in. Mingo ahead for Hunt, who redirects into the left side of Morrison. Hunt gives chase. McKernan beats him to the puck, slides it to the left for Leach. Chernichin's pass ahead of everybody back into the Icemen zone. No icing here. We will play on with 17:33 to go in the first period. Critchlow, good touch pass for Everett Clark. Starts a 3-on-2 breakout, but it's poke checked away, and we will have an offside call against the Icemen. Critchlow tried to gain the line before making the pass. Couldn't do it. It was poke checked away. So our first stoppage in play comes with 17:25 to go in the first. Scoreless hockey game. The Icemen have several newcomers for the game tonight. Two of them have already played one game for Jacksonville. That was on Tuesday morning. Those guys are Nikita Karastolev, number 6 as a forward. Also Dan DeSalvo. They both made their Icemen debut on Tuesday. They are both forwards, both loaned to the Icemen from the Cleveland Monsters in the American Hockey League. And making it his Icemen debut today is going to be Jacob Cederholm, a big, rangy 6'4 defenseman. He's a 4th-round draft pick of the Winnipeg Jets and was just sent down by the Manitoba Moose. And the Jets expect big things out of him. Steady, stay-at-home style defenseman. He is wearing number 7 in black. Now it's South Carolina. Bessie with a forehand. It goes over the crossbar. He was all alone on a partial breakaway. It caroms off the glass and out of play, but that is not a guy you want to leave with space in the offensive zone. Grant Bessie this year, 4th overall in the league with 17 points on the season. 8 goals, 9 assists in only 10 games for Bessie. And he is also the current ECHL Player of the Week. He's been hot all year, and he's even hotter now. Draw will be to Bairden's right side. DeSalvo against Gall on the drop of the puck. DeSalvo wearing number 14 for Jacksonville. He has played for head coach Jason Christie in the past. Coach Christie really likes him, likes his compete level and his grind. He's not a big guy, only 5'8", but a lot of skill. Icemen win the draw. They'll play it into the South Carolina end. And a steal from Jacksonville. It's Wasey Rabbit. Tries to get a pass away. Tripped up. Penalty call. And a power play for the Icemen. Almost looked like there was a dry spot on the ice. The puck just kind of slipped right off the stick of Davison for South Carolina. And ultimately the penalty goes to John McLeod for South Carolina. And Jacksonville in their second-ranked power play comes onto the ice. 16:30 to go in the first period. Jacksonville 27.3% on the man advantage so far, 9 for 33 this year. They have not allowed a shorthanded goal. South Carolina's penalty kill, 81.5%, 19th in the league. Jacksonville wins the draw. It is Karastolev spinning away from Roberto on the half wall left side, feeds it to Rabbit. Rabbit around the boards for DeSalvo. DeSalvo pinching into the corner. Jacksonville going with 4 forwards on this power play. Have not seen that all season, I don't think. Mingo the only defenseman for Karastolev. Back to Mingo, 55 feet away. To the right side, it's going to go over the blue line. It was deflected away by the Stingrays. DeSalvo gets it right back. He'll play it behind for Mingo, and the Icemen will have to regroup. Still plenty of time on this power play as Clark plays it to Mingo. To the left side, it's Rabbit over the blue line. Flip pass back for Mingo behind the Stingray net. Around the wall, DeSalvo will take it at the right point. Flip pass for Rabbit at the top of the right circle. Wasey Rabbit turns to his forehand side. Flips it to the left side for Karastolev on his backhand, looking for Clark in the slot. Then for Mingo, what a play to hold it in, but it's poked away now by South Carolina. Shorthanded is Christian Horn. Horn with a forehand, it goes well wide, carrying all the way out to center ice. The Icemen have to be very careful for too many men on the ice. They get away with it there. They'll play it back into their own zone. 50 seconds to go on this power play. Mingo's still on the ice, but he heads to the bench now as the puck goes to Justin Woods. Woods for Fowley, eludes one forechecker and clears in, took a hit to do so. Loose in the corner, Jake Randolph trying to keep the play moving. Leach pokes it to the point, but it's held in by Woods for the Icemen. For Newbury, Newbury is double teamed, trying to clear it away as Bessie, he does. Comes back to the Jacksonville line with 25 seconds to go on the power play. A total air care power play, the Icemen in the zone. Cockrell on his backhand, curls to the forehand, plays it to the point for Woods. Woods has it poke checked away. That comes out to center ice. Maybe one final rush here on the man advantage. Newbury over the blue line. Backhanding it behind the Stingray net. Cockrell, the defenseman, pinching in deep. Getting it free for Newbury at the right circle. Newbury plays it underneath. Poked away by the Stingrays. Played up the wall and out to center. Newbury knocks it back to his own end for Justin Woods. Teams are back at full strength. And not the kind of early power play that the Icemen would have liked there. No shots on net there on Adam Morrison, and South Carolina has the puck. Still 0-0. Polkamp into the zone for the Stingrays. Takes a big hit from Cedarholm. Exactly what we wanted to see out of the 6'4" defenseman for the Icemen. Making his debut today. Mingo paired up with him. Towards the blue line, Perrier cannot hold it in. Comes back to the Stingray line for Mike Chen. Lead pass broken up by the Icemen. Karastolev has to wait for Hunt to clear the zone before playing it in himself. Moves it for Critchlow. Behind the net for Karastolev. Chen takes a huge hit from Garrett Hunt. Chen is very slow to get up. What a big hit there from Garrett Hunt, setting the tone with that phenomenal hit behind the Stingray net. Kept it clean with his shoulder as well, as Mingo has it behind his own net for the Icemen. 13:24 to go in the first period. McLeese taps it away for Rabbit. They are onside into the zone. Rabbit's pass knocked away. Here come the Stingrays in transition. Possible 3-on-2. Up the right wing side, Sam Fioretti. Forehand, save is made. Rebound goes wide of the net, but playing it anyway is Mikhail Bairden, and he will cover it up. The initial shot there from Sam Fioretti denied by Bairden. 13:06 to go in the first period. We are still scoreless. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv. It is 0-0 in the early going this morning. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. Thousands of kids still pouring in to the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena as they have SpongeBob SquarePants playing on the music. Should play this song every game, I think. Just go SpongeBob every game. Icemen win the draw as we resume live action. They clear it to center ice, and they still have the puck as well. Clark steps around him, and what a move. Centering feed knocked away. Loose in the slot, it goes to Critchlow. Forehand. Score! Cam Critchlow puts the Icemen on top 1-0. His first goal of the season for number 23 in black. Set up by the great move from Everett Clark. His pass for Critchlow was initially deflected, but the Stingrays couldn't hang on to it. And Critchlow was left all alone in the slot, and he made no mistake as you look at the replay. Just under the bar by Adam Morrison, and the Icemen on top 1-0. Nearly took the water bottle off the top of the net on Critchlow's first at 7:10 of period number 1. We'll see if Clark gets credit for an assist. I believe he should. Here's your goal announcement from Joe Massa.
First goal of the season scored by number 23, Cameron Critchlow. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 7 minutes.
They do not give the extra assist to Clark. They'll call it unassisted, saying that South Carolina did have possession of the puck. Meanwhile, the Icemen have it in their own end. It's Dejan Mingo away from Matt Polkamp. Mingo goes D to D. Actually, not D to D. It's actually to Wasey Rabbit in this case. Mingo spins away from Harrison. Now moves it D to D to Jacob Cederholm on the right side. Cederholm leading for McLeese, knocked away, but Mingo is there to help out. Tries to forehand in. It is broken up by Polkamp. Polkamp for Harrison. Harrison skates into the zone, steps around a man, feeds it to the left side, to the backhand, and a save made by Bairden on the backhander from Kevin McKernan. So some careless play in the neutral zone from the Icemen leads to a quality opportunity for South Carolina. But Bairden is there to save their bacon and keep it 1-0. Bairden looking for a bounce-back effort. That's the first time I've had to say that this season. At either level of play, I might add. Bairden lost on Tuesday, but before that he was 3-0 for the Icemen. He also had 3 games for South Carolina. And here's a 2-on-1 for Jacksonville. They're onside. Fowley with Randolph. Fowley forehand save is made. It was a 2-on-1, but both players were on the right wing side. There wasn't the kind of spacing that you would normally like on a 2-on-1. Fowley still got a shot away from the right circle. Making the save was Morrison. Going back to Bairden. Bairden 3-0 in the American Hockey League for the Manitoba Moose this year as well. Draws to Morrison's left. Shots on net, 4-3 South Carolina. But the Icemen have the lead, 1-0. Stingrays couldn't clear out on their first attempt, but on the second chance they do. From the red line, Sam Fioretti knocks it into the zone. Cale Detzel slams it around the wall and out. Could be icing if it reaches the goal line. They'll wave it off. Didn't quite get there, and Randolph takes the body. Good hit on Chen, who's already been drilled a couple of times in this hockey game. But Chen keeps his feet this time and starts the rush. Chen's lead pass picked off by Cockrell. Cockrell's had a nice start to his season for the Icemen. To the right side, it's Cale Detzel. Detzel over the blue line, just tossing it in behind the Stingray net. Randolph takes the body on Fioretti. Plays to the blue line, held in by Cockrell. Fakes the shot, taps it away. Stingray steal, 2-on-1 the other way, maybe 3-on-1. Charbonneau with Roberto. Pass for Roberto. Forehand blocked by Detzel. What a great play by the defenseman. Sliding to his right and not even allowing that shot on net. Superb play there from number 18, Cale Detzel for the Icemen. Jacksonville clears out of the zone, and they will get a line change. 10:37 to go in the first period. It is 1-0 Jacksonville on a Cam Critchlow goal, unassisted at 7:10. Stingrays play it ahead too far for everybody. It is going to be icing against South Carolina with 10:26 to go in the first period. This is the first of back-to-back, well, I shouldn't say back-to-back home games. The Icemen have a weekend in Florida, but their next home game is another day game. Very unusual for the Icemen. Don't forget to join us Monday afternoon. That's Veterans Day, 2 o'clock start time, as the Icemen host the Norfolk Admirals. So all these kids that are here today, here's a chance for Critchlow again. Save made by Morrison. Had to stop for that one because Critchlow nearly got his second of the day. All you kids that are in attendance today, if you're listening right now, if you're in the concourses here at the arena, tell your teachers, tell your parents, I'm off on Monday. The Icemen play on Monday afternoon. I love this sport. Let's go to the game. That's Monday at 2 o'clock as the Icemen host the Norfolk Admirals. If the Icemen win that game, they'll have beaten every team in the South Division in the opening month of play, which is pretty remarkable. Great start for the Icemen this year. Stingrays win the draw. They do not clear yet. Wasey Rabbit tying it up along the far side half wall. Now it's poked away by Charbonneau. Charbonneau will skate it and play it to the left side for Bessie. Bessie for Leach, who will flip it in on the forehand. Bairden leaving it for DeSalvo. Dan DeSalvo, crisp pass to Rabbit. Then to the right side, it's McLeese. McLeese for Glover, who took a huge hit from Joey Leach. That was also clean. Glover back up on his feet. He is okay. Stingrays with it behind their own net. Andrew Chernichin splits a double team. Comes flying through the neutral zone by himself for now. Gets a wrister away, and getting a piece of it there is Mikhail Bairden. Chernichin with a centering pass. That's tipped away by the Icemen, and it's Woods sending it away for Fowley. Fowley's over the blue line. He's rubbed out by Harrison. Harrison giving it up for Mike Chen. Chen back for Harrison, and to the left it's Grant Bessie. Bessie, drop pass for Harrison, picked off by Newbury. Newbury ahead to Fowley. He's by himself for now. Soft shot on net. Save is made. Rebound for Newbury. Around the wall we go. Fowley picks it up. Tries to feed it for Randolph. Broken up there by the Stingrays. Randolph gets it back, but it's out to center ice for the Icemen. Newbury for Mingo. Comes back into his own zone. Deep in his own zone. Cedarholm helping out. Kicks it away for Mingo. Mingo up the right wing side for Critchlow. Critchlow on the backhand. Clears it in. Clark gives chase. Run into some interference by Davison, but Clark holds it into the blue line for Cedarholm, who holds it in. Flip pass going behind the net, comes off the backboards for Garrett Hunt. Hunt will reverse it and try the near side. Harrison takes a hit from Critchlow, but Harrison does backhand out. Could be icing. This will be called icing against South Carolina, so the Stingray players will all have to stay on the ice, while Jacksonville gets an opportunity to change up. Tim Harrison actually hopped over the boards thinking that he was going to be able to get a line change. One of the linesmen pulls him right back out and says, no, no, no. Tugs him on the uniform and pulls him back out onto the ice. Jacksonville comes on with Dan DeSalvo, Wasey Rabbit, and Nikita Karastolev. Wrist shot from the point, deflected just wide by DeSalvo. Karastolev picks up the loose change, goes back to the blue line for Detzel. Winds, fires, save, rebound is loose, poked away, forehand, another save is made. Karastolev on his backhand, looking for Rabbit, who turns to his forehand. Back for Karastolev, centering feed. DeSalvo couldn't quite poke it home, but a great rush here, and sticks her up high. A little chippy here in this game. For a morning game, I don't expect the gloves to drop at all for this contest, but I've certainly been surprised before. We've got 8:08 to go in period number one. It is Jacksonville 1, South Carolina nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
We'll actually keep it right here. I did not expect that to not go to a commercial break. We'll keep it right here. So the faceoff will be in the Stingray zone. South Carolina has possession. 1-0 Jacksonville is your score. Chernichin deflects behind the Jacksonville net. Verdon will play it around the wall for Garrett Hunt. Hunt's touch pass knocked away, but he gets it right back. Hunt avoids one forechecker. Comes up the left side. He is offside on the play. And the draw will be outside the Stingray line. 7:38 to go in period number 1. And no TV timeout here either, apparently. So we'll stick with it here. Shots on net, 6-5 for the Icemen. This top line for Jacksonville, Dan DeSalvo, Cam McLeese, and Wasey Rabbit, looks pretty lethal out there. A lot of AHL experience from these three guys. The Icemen play it behind the Stingray net. South Carolina looks to clear. Cedarholm pinches in, but he cannot hold it in. South Carolina comes back 2-on-2. DeSalvo covering for Cedarholm, and he makes a nice defensive play. Good two-way hockey from Dan DeSalvo. Look out as the puck goes out of play. We've got a souvenir for some young fan. And the draw will be in the neutral zone with 7:15 to go in the first period. They'll drop the puck right on the center ice face-off dot. DeSalvo against Gall, waiting for the drop of the puck. One of the linesmen, Randy Gengler, coming in to talk to Cole Rui, your other linesman. Your referee tonight is Stan Zurich. Cedarholm for the Icemen. Forehands behind the South Carolina net. Morrison will try and play it himself. McLeese gloves it down to his stick and keeps it in for the Icemen. DeSalvo for Rabbit. Cycling work here done by the Icemen. Rabbit gives it up to Perrier for Roberto and just out of the zone. The Icemen pick it back up with Cedarholm. Flipping it cross ice for Rabbit. Over the blue line, it is Karastolev giving it up in a double team. Stingrays try to work it through center ice. Chipping it off the glass is Perrier, trying to set up Matt Polkamp. Polkamp gives it up to Cedarholm. Cedarholm in turn turns it over and takes the body on Fioretti. Stingrays holding it in for the moment. Now a steal from Jacksonville. It is Randolph chipping it off the glass. May have gone off of Rui, the linesman, as the Stingrays give it up in the defensive zone. Karastolev for Newbury. To the right point, it's Detzel holding it in. Wrist shot and a screen. Save is made. Rebound for Randolph, looking for Newbury. Forehand and a glove save, and it was a beauty from Morrison. Great setup from Randolph as well for Chris Newbury. 6:10 to go in the first period. Jacksonville now with 8 shots on net. They've definitely had the edge in play today. Newbury getting some positioning for Cale Detzel at the right point. Wants him set up at just the right spot at the right point, and he does win the draw towards Detzel, but South Carolina is able to poke it away from him before he could reach the puck. The Icemen bring it right back in. Randolph double team, keeps it moving for Detzel. Wrist shot is blocked in front. Randolph gets it back. Jake Randolph trying to move it free. It goes off of a body. Couple players go down off the puck as the Stingrays take over. In possession is Tad Kozin. Kozin for Leach. Horn will try and play it into the zone. Couldn't do it. It's a delayed offside. That allows Jacksonville plenty of time to collect it behind their own net. Garrett Cockrell to the left for Newbury. Newbury, saucer pass cross ice for Detzel, who clears there, gains the line. Detzel softly behind the Stingray net. Karastolev first on it. Feeds it to the left circle for Hunt. Forehand goes wide to the short side. Detzel pinches in from the blue line to keep it in. Back behind the net for Hunt. Then for Everett Clark, still behind the cage. Clark on his backhand for Cockrell. Behind the net for Garrett Hunt. Gives it up to Chernichin. Chernichin for McKernan. McKernan has it poked, checked away, and it's held in again by Jacksonville. Clark on the backhand. Curls to his forehand at the right circle. Now into the slot comes Clark. Just poked away at the last minute. He got tripped down on the play. No call. He wanted a penalty call, but we will play on. And the Stingrays have it at their own line. 4:47 to go in the first period. It's Jacksonville 1, South Carolina nothing. Chen gives it up, puck comes over the glass and out of play. Glover got a piece of it with a stick. Now we'll take our timeout. 4:40 to go in the first period. It's Jacksonville 1, South Carolina nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. 1-0 Icemen, your score, 4:40 to go in the first period. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. We are playing 5-on-5 right now. The Icemen have had one power play, did not score on it. Stingrays have yet to have a man advantage in the first period. Shots on goal, 8-5 Jacksonville. Puck is in the Icemen zone and a penalty comes now. And this one will be on the Icemen, so just as I said it, the Stingrays will go on a power play. I believe it's DeSalvo going to the box for the Icemen. Slashing is the call. Stingrays on the power play this year, just 12.2%. 23rd in the league, they're 6 for 49. They have allowed one shorthanded goal. The Icemen, 82.9% on the penalty kill. That's good for 17th in the league. They've killed off 34 of 41 attempts. They do have 4 shorthanded goals, however, including one on Tuesday against the Orlando Solar Bears in a 7-4 defeat. Stingrays play it around the boards. Can Bessie keep it in at the left point? Just holds it in, but his pass for Davison is tapped away by Hunt out to center ice. Big hit by Critchlow, who's really taking the body. Critchlow and Hunt, your penalty killers. Critchlow, a quick trip to the bench in favor of Chris Newbury as Justin Woods chops it away and clears it back into the Stingray net, behind the Stingray net. Still 1:26 to go on this power play for South Carolina. They have it deep in their own territory. Newbury and Fowley are your penalty killers. Grant Bessie serving as a fourth forward. Tries to receive the pass. He'll play it to the line, but no further. Stingrays get it right back. Now they're in the zone. It is Harrison, defended by Detzel. Detzel steals it. Mingo clears it. Davison got a piece of it with the glove, but couldn't hold it in. He'll track it down inside his own line. Fowley still on the ice. He will make a quick trip to the bench in favor of Cam McLeese. McLeese and Rabbit are now your penalty killers with 50 seconds to go on the man advantage. Joey Leach for the Stingrays. To the right side for Fioretti. Mingo takes the body as the Stingrays play into the zone. Horn is double teamed. Detzel tries to kick it loose. McLeese is there as well. Stingrays get it free, but they couldn't hold it in at the right point. It goes by Leach all the way back to netminder Adam Morrison. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Clark and Hunt now your penalty killers. The Icemen have been able to change their penalty killers, I think, 4 times on this one minor penalty, keeping everybody fresh. Woods takes the body up high on Fioretti, riding him into the glass. Stingrays hold the puck in the zone, however, with 11 seconds to go on the power play. Slap shot, save, rebound wide. Comes loose for South Carolina. They still have it in the zone. Horn to the forehand side. Feeds to the right for Fioretti. Cross ice look, and a whistle, and a penalty, and a slash is called. And I think that this one's going to be on the Stingrays, taking away what would have been a golden opportunity as well. Penalty to the Stingrays. Christian Horn goes to the box with 1 second left on Dan DeSalvo's penalty. So the Icemen will go right back on the power play pretty much as soon as the puck drops. There's 2:34 to go in the first period. Jacksonville currently has Everett Clark Nikita Korostolev, Wasey Rabbit, and Dejan Mingo on the ice. Puck is down. Stingrays win it. Out of the penalty boxes to Salvo as Wasey Rabbit not quite able to keep it in the zone. Offside called against Jacksonville. Rabbit thought he had kept it in. The officials disagree. DeSalvo will stay on the ice for this power play. DeSalvo, Rabbit, and Clark, your forwards. Korostolev and Mingo will man the points. Korostolev is a fourth forward, something that the Icemen have not done this season until perhaps yesterday, or Tuesday rather. Korostolev wristing it around the wall. DeSalvo keeps it in. Behind the net for Clark, who pokes it towards the right point. Mingo hustles to keep it in the zone. Rabbit at the half wall. Taken off the play by the Stingrays. Perrier will clear it out softly in a foot race for the puck. Korostolev with some good speed, beating Roberto to the puck. A minute 55 to go in the first period. A minute 20 remaining on the power play for the Icemen. Rabbit into the zone. Chips it off the boards. Puck deflected away by the Stingrays. It goes over the glass and out of play. South Carolina saying that they never touched it and the faceoff should be outside the blue line. But I think they will lose that argument. There was a deflection. At least that's what Cole Rui is saying. He is now talking it over with Randy Dengler, and we will keep it in the offensive zone. Second power play unit on now for the Icemen. Newbury, Fowley, and Randolph are your forwards. Stingrays look to clear out. Look out! As the puck went out of play. Hopefully everybody's okay. There's a ton of kids here. We need to see if we need somebody down there for some medical attention. Meanwhile, they're going to bring the faceoff all the way into the Jacksonville zone. So a young fan, I think, got hit with the puck there. That's not the kind of thing you want to see. Hopefully she's okay. Hopefully nothing more than just a scare. They just called a penalty on the Icemen on that last whistle. I was too concerned about the young fan being hit as South Carolina redirects it over the Jacksonville net. Woods pokes it free. 4-on-4 for the moment. Puck is in the neutral zone. Randolph hustles for it. Tries to take the body on Bessie. Knocks it loose, but the Stingrays take the loose change. Chernichin over the blue line for Chen. Richter on net. Save is made. Rebound. What a play by Justin Woods! The defenseman just saved the goal for Jacksonville and starts the rush the other way. Woods going wide. Centering feed knocked away. What a play by Justin Woods to keep this game 1-0. Stingrays right back. Possible 2-on-1. Bessie's drop pass knocked away by Jacksonville. Justin Woods with the play of the game, taking the puck right off the goal line. The Stingrays had a wide open net behind Mikhail Bairden, and Woods was able to stop it right at the line and keep it 1-0. Back the other way, DeSalvo with a wrister that goes just wide of the far post. It got underneath the blocker of Morrison but couldn't find the net. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Jacksonville plays into the zone. South Carolina is now on a power play. A power play that will carry over into the second period if they do not score in the final 17 seconds. Rister on net, saved by Bairden. Rebound behind the net, the Icemen have it. Cockrell turns to his forehand, plays it for Hunt, who will clear out of the zone. 7 seconds to go in the period. That should do it. Horn sounds, first period is over. And some pushing and shoving after the whistle here as well. Critchlow going after a man right at the penalty boxes. These kids are loving the physical play. Garrett Cockrell was taken down before that, so Critchlow came to defend his teammate. It was Kozin who went after Cockrell. No gloves dropping here again. And it looks like order has been restored. The Stingrays will head to the locker room. The Icemen will do the same. Coming up in the first intermission, we will have an interview with Jacksonville right winger Cody Fowley. Stick around for that. Shots on net after one period of play. South Carolina with 9, Jacksonville with 8. but the Icemen have the lead 1-0 thanks to an unassisted goal from Cam Critchlow at 7:10. Also thanks to that incredible defensive play in the final minute from Justin Woods, keeping this game 1-0. Let's head downstairs to public address announcer Joe Massa, who will toss it off to Sarah Rui.
The first period.
Hi guys, I'm down here with Cameron Critchlow, getting your first goal of the season, and these kids went wild. Are you guys feeding off their energy?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have all you guys here today, and we want you to make as much noise as you can.
Thanks, Critch. All right, guys, keep it up in the second.
And they certainly plan to. Cam Critchlow with the goal, feeding off the energy of the crowd, his first of the season at 7:10 of the first period. We will take a break and return with our interview with Cody Fowley. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL.
That's right, guys. We've got two teachers down here today, and they're each going to get a chance to take 3 shots on net. Whoever makes the most goals is going to win a prize for their entire classroom, which is a visit from our
Graphics, the official signage
Bang
provider.
to your
BFL Canada
classroom.
Risk and Insurance and Sutton
Tell us your
Special
name
Risk,
and what school you're
sponsors of
from.
the
My name is Miranda
2019
Knott. I'm with
ECHL Hall of
Wilkinson
Fame
Junior High
induction
School.
ceremony.
All right, well,
The My Grey
Wilkinson
Group, your
Junior
source for
High.
game-worn jerseys. CCM
All right, go
Hockey,
ahead and
the
take your
official
3
on-ice
shots.
equipment provider. Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL. Ephesus Lighting,
Great
the preferred
first
lighting
shot.
partner
It's
of
a
the
goal.
ECHL. Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL.
2
Howie's
goals.
Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and a lace provider. In Glasgow, the official puck
Very
provider.
nicely
Warrior,
done.
the official protective wear provider. And the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition
All
by
right,
logging
tell
on to
us your name and what school you're from.
ECHL.tv.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first
Great
payment
first
for
shot
90
is
days
in.
and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you.
Second
Community
shot
First,
looking
love where you
good.
bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination
Just
for the
a little wide, but
2018-19
very
season.
nicely
Catch
done.
all
Looks
the
like you
latest
ladies have
live
done
action
this
from across the
before.
premier
Thanks
AA
so much
Hockey
for
League,
playing.
including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik, rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We're between periods between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Arlie Johnson joined here by Cody Fowley. Cody, you've had a great start to the season, but Tuesday, not so much in Orlando, a 7-4 loss. Tell us about what happened in that game and why you guys couldn't get it done that night.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of got away from what brought us success in the first few games there. So today we're just kind of looking to get back to being simple, getting pucks in deep and working their D. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to kind of turn things around here before the weekend.
Tuesday's game was a day game, as is this morning's game, a 10:30 start. Was that an adjustment for you and the guys? And does Tuesday's day game help today's day game in terms of your mindset?
Yeah, I mean, we practice every day at around 10:30, so I think we're pretty used to it anyways. So the adjustment wasn't too bad. It's just kind of weird having to, I guess, get ready mentally for the game coming up that early, but it definitely helps. We're kind of used to it now, so there shouldn't be any excuses today.
What was the message from the coaching staff in terms of today? Not so much the daytime stuff, but in terms of tightening up defensively. You guys have been so good defensively until Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, we worked on on some special teams and stuff in practice yesterday, so we're dialed in on that, and hopefully we can bring it here today, and definitely be a little bit better in our D zone. I mean, obviously letting in 7 goals isn't great, but we're hoping to turn it around here.
I think part of your game that I noticed early on when you came even down last year, certainly talented offensively, but I love the 200-foot game that you had offensively and defensively. Tell me about how much pride you take personally in being able to help out on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, I try to be someone that the coach can rely on in any area on the ice. I definitely try to block shots whenever I can and stuff like that. So I just try to do whatever I can, and anything to help my teammates. So.
And for today, a record crowd. It's going to be almost all minors, not a whole lot of alcohol being drunk today. Yeah. Although there might be some, you never can tell. But I think it's going to be over 10,000 people. They've opened up the curtains in the upper levels on the one end of the ice and behind the bench as well. Talk to me about the crowd and if you're going to hear them and if it's going to be a little bit different because of the youth of the crowd today.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of screaming, but I don't think there's too many drunk fans out there. But it should be good. Looking forward to the atmosphere, and it'll be exciting.
All right, Cody, good luck to you. Let's get back on the winning streak.
All right, thank you.
There's Cody Fowley with us between periods. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
It's a 1-0 hockey game after one period of play. From the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena this morning, this is Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. The Icemen getting their goal from Cam Critchlow. It's an unassisted goal at 7:10 of period number one. The Icemen were outshot in the first period, 9-8 by the Stingrays. The Icemen 0 for 2 on the power play. The Stingrays 0 for 1. They are currently on chance number 2. They only have 18 seconds remaining on this power play. Up ahead for the Icemen, let's start with this weekend. You know what, honestly, bigger picture. A brutal stretch of hockey for the Jacksonville Icemen. Starting on Tuesday, the Icemen had a stretch of 12 games in 19 days. That started on Tuesday at the Orlando Solar Bears. For 3 consecutive weeks, the Icemen have 4 games. Really, really rough stretch. If you want to include the day off yesterday, Jacksonville actually begins 11 games in 17 days today. And it doesn't get any easier from here. After the game today, the Icemen take to the road a weekend series in Naples, Estero, Florida, to be more specific, with 2 games against the Florida Everblades. That is Friday and Saturday night. Make sure you catch all the action on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. Of course, I will not be able to travel. You'll have to catch the road feed, but you'll be able to see or listen to your team at any rate, and hopefully cheer the Icemen on to victory. Next week, another really difficult stretch. Monday afternoon, the Icemen have a game Monday at 2 o'clock. That is their next home game. Very unusual that they would have back-to-back day games, but that is what faces them, at least at home, as Jacksonville hosts the Norfolk Admirals on Monday at 2 o'clock. Good seats available. It's a holiday for the kids. Make sure that all you kids that are listening right now, if you're hearing me in the concourse, if you're hearing me wherever in the arena, tell your teachers, tell your parents, hey, they play on Monday at 2 o'clock. Can I go to the game? And hopefully you'll be able to do that as the Icemen host the Norfolk Admirals. It starts a stretch of 3 straight at home and 7 of 8 at home. The remainder of the week next week for the Icemen, Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, back here at the arena, hosting the Florida Everblades. And for the first time ever, the Icemen will play the Wheeling Nailers. That is a week from tomorrow, Friday the 16th of November, 7:30 game time for that. Following a quick road game in Greenville on the 17th of November on a Saturday, Thanksgiving week, right back here at the Veterans Memorial Arena for a 4-game homestand all Thanksgiving week. Tuesday night against this team, the South Carolina Stingrays. Wednesday evening against the Newfoundland Growlers for the first time, the expansion Growlers, who, by the way, lead the North Division right now. Friday and Saturday night, the day after Thanksgiving, the 2 days after Thanksgiving, Jacksonville will host the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. That is a look ahead for the Icemen. 12 games in a 3-week stretch. Jacksonville's got to try and find a way to keep their energy level up for these dozen hockey games to try and climb into first place in the South Division. We'll give you the standings in a little bit, probably in the second intermission. Look at the South Division standings as well. We will take one more break and get ready for the start of period number 2. It's the Icemen on top, 1-0 after one period of play. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
And we are back. Second period just underway. The Icemen are shorthanded, but they do have the puck, and they clear it behind the Stingray net. And the time has not ticked down on the penalty, so the penalty should be over, and it is. It still says 18 seconds on the clock for Cody Fowley, but the game clock judge was on top of it, so we are back at full strength. Right pad save made by Bairden. Stingrays hold it in. Another shot is blocked. It comes up high for the Icemen. Cody Fowley ahead for Critchlow. No icing here on the deflection. Morrison will get it behind his own cage for South Carolina. To the right side for Charbonneau. Getting it to the neutral zone. And McKernan starts the rush for the Stingrays. His pass is deflected away by Cockrell. Lead pass for Rabbit. Can he get there in time? Not quite. It is going to be swept away by the goaltender. Cockrell tried to send Wasey Rabbit off on a breakaway, but the pass was just too far in front of him. Trying to catch the Stingrays on a poor line change. It was definitely a poor line change. The Icemen just couldn't capitalize. 18:50 to go in the second period. The Icemen on top, 1-0. Mike Chen for the Stingrays. To the right side for Christian Horn. Gives it up to Rabbit. Loose in the neutral zone. Chen gets it back. Very fortunate. Stingrays are onside. Chen has it poked away by Cale Detzel. Detzel rides him into the glass. Stingrays still with it, however. McLeese takes the body on a man. Puck is loose. Cockrell first on it, shovels it to the near side boards for Wasey Rabbit. Rabbit ahead for DeSalvo. DeSalvo through center ice. Steps around Perrier into the right wing or left wing corner. DeSalvo takes the body on Chen. Tries to feed to the blue line. Broken up by the Stingrays. Cleared out, and they will skate with it as well. Fioretti's pass is deflected. Comes into the neutral zone. McLeese chips away at it. No icing here. Chen on a long shift takes a big hit from Randolph. And the Icemen hold it in the zone. Centering pass. Randolph looks to center. It is knocked away by the Stingrays. Kozin will knock it off the glass and out. Foot race for the puck. No icing here. Mingo and Fioretti collide into the glass. It's been a very physical game, especially for a morning game. But these teams have not let up. Stingrays with a sharp angle shot. It goes wide to the far post. Holding it in for South Carolina's McLeod. First time we've seen him all game long. John McLeod. South Carolina with possession in their own end. Taking the body is Clark, forcing the turnover in the neutral zone. Cederholm for Clark, then for Fowley. Fowley on the backhand, feeds it for Mingo. He's over the blue line, going to the net is Hunt. Mingo tries to center, it goes behind the net instead. Poked away by the Stingrays. Critchlow comes in to defend. South Carolina, and a big hit from Garrett Hunt on Matt Polkamp, separating from him from the puck. Woods feeds it to the right for Mingo. Mingo needs a line change. He'll get to the red line, forehand in, and hop over the wall for Jack Glover. Glover just onto the ice, now keeps it in the zone. Wrist shot, and a save is made on a deflection. I believe it was Clark who got a piece of it on the way. And Morrison is able to make the stop and take the draw to his left. 16:49 to go in period number 2. The Icemen leading by a score of 1-0. It's Clark, Critchlow, and Hunt as the forwards. This third line has the only goal today for the Icemen. Critchlow got it unassisted. Been looking for some more offense from this third line, and today they have received it. South Carolina, however, wins the draw. Critchlow takes the body on McKernan. You can tell he's got a message today to play physical today, Cam Critchlow has. Stingrays get it into the zone, however, left circle, save made by Bairden on the wrister from Joey Leach. Now Critchlow stares Leach down. Cam Critchlow has come to play today. So Bairden now has saved all 10 shots that have come his way. Stingrays had another shot that didn't count because Justin Wood saved a goal with his stick right on the goal line. Clark will take the draw for the Icemen against Andrew Chernichin. Chernichin will try and win it to Grant Bessie at the top of the circle. Puck squirts free to the opposite wing, and Jacksonville collects it. It's Hunt for Woods, going cross ice for Jack Glover. Lead pass for Critchlow. Critchlow tries to feed it for Clark, broken up briefly, but the Icemen get it right back, and Clark has it. Clark taps it ahead, looking for Critchlow, knocked away by Leach. Strong defensive effort there by Leach. Could have been a 2-on-1 the other way for the Icemen. South Carolina clears in. Woods kicks it onto his stick, plays it for Hunt, tapping it free for Clark, who will forehand in. Jacksonville gets a change on the fly. Here comes the line of Karastolev, Randolph, and finally on the ice now is Chris Newbury. Stingrays with it behind their own net. Outlet pass tipped away, stolen by Jacksonville. Randolph at the red line. Has to curl back into his own end to maintain possession. Jake Randolph to the right side for Newbury. Golfed into the air, high bouncing puck. Mike Chen first on it, playing it off the boards, and the Stingrays collect. It's a possible 3-on-2. Kozin has a stick lifted by Karastolev. Good defensive effort there. Karastolev up the right side for Randolph. Newbury goes to the net. Backhand feed deflected behind the net. Penalty coming. This should be on the Stingrays. Slashing is going to be the call. Power play coming up for the Icemen, where they are 0 for 2 so far. Chen is going to head to the box for the Stingrays, and Jacksonville in their second-ranked power play, looking to pad their lead. Jacksonville coming into the game at 27.3% on the power play. The only team better the Utah Grizzlies at 28.6%. DeSalvo, Rabbit, and Clark up front. Karastolev and Mingo at the point, and Mingo has the puck for Karastolev at the left point. Closes into the half wall, feeds for Clark, then Mingo, then DeSalvo at the right circle. Cross ice, it is stolen and cleared by the Stingrays. Bairden will block the puck before it reaches the goal line, leaving it for Mingo. Mingo with some speed to the right side for Karastolev, dropping it back for DeSalvo. Back for Karastolev, over the line, flip pass behind the net, trying to set up DeSalvo. Knocked away by Rabbit, looking for Clark. Clark to the line for Karastolev, left side, on his backhand. Karastolev's pass, deflected away, Rabbit holds it in. Around the wall for Dan DeSalvo at the half wall right side. Rabbit for Mingo at the blue line. Left side, it's Karastolev. Karastolev, top of the circle, wrister, save is made, rebound is loose. DeSalvo's pass picked off and intercepted. DeSalvo could have taken a backhander on net. Elected to try and go for the pass, and it was picked off. Here's Bairden ahead for Newbury. Deflected in by Newbury. Perrier gives it up to Newbury behind the net. Newbury finishes his check and just flattens him as Woods keeps it in the zone. Nice play by Woods to hold it in. Around the wall for Newbury at the right circle. Newbury for Fowley in the slot. Save is made by Morrison. Rebound out of play. 44 seconds to go on the power play. Some pretty good possession time here from the Icemen, but that was the first shot on goal, I believe, on this power play. Newbury, Fowley, and Randolph are your forwards, with Cockrell and Woods at the blue line. Newbury will try and win it back to Woods at the right point. Taking the draw for South Carolina is Sam Fioretti. Newbury wins it cleanly for Woods. Moves to the center point. Right side for Newbury. Fanned on his shot. It's deflected high in the air, but still in play. Puck is loose. Woods thought about going for it, and he thought secondly, and now it's a breakaway for South Carolina. Horn to the forehand, denied! What a save by Mikhail Bairden. Stacking the pads to make that save, old school style. The Icemen keep possession. Cody Fowley will now start the rush forward. Fowley to the left for Newbury. Gets the return pass, flying into the zone. Fowley has it poked away by Perrier. He gets it back at the left circle, looking for Cockrell, but it's golfed out by the Stingrays. 7 seconds to go on the power play for Jacksonville. They still lead 1-0. But out of the penalty box comes Mike Chen. Teams are at full strength. The Icemen now 0 for 3 with the man advantage today. Justin Woods to the red line, snapping it into the zone. Around the wall, Leach behind the net for Davison. Back for Leach again to the right side for Charbonneau. Jonathan Charbonneau, cross ice look. And the Stingrays knock it into the zone. Mingo off the end boards for Garrett Hunt in his own end. Dropping it back for Cedarholm behind his own net. Cedarholm on the backhand. To his forehand now is Cedarholm. To the right side, it's Hunt. Touch pass for Clark. Skates through center ice and then over the blue line. Clark going wide on his man. Gives it up to Davison behind the net. Davison shoveling it out to center for Bessie. To the left side, it's Charbonneau with speed. Hunt defends. Backhander on. Net save is made by Bairden. No rebound, and the faceoff will be in the Icemen zone. We will take a break with 12:33 to go in the second period. It's still Jacksonville 1, South Carolina 0. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. What a crowd today. A record Jacksonville Icemen crowd of over 10,000. Draw will be in the Jacksonville zone. And it is controlled by the Icemen. They cannot clear the zone, however. Cockrell now gets it away, looking for McLeese, then for DeSalvo. DeSalvo for Rabbit, off the boards, broken up by the Stingrays. McLeese forehands it right back in. Delayed offside here. Clearing the zone is DeSalvo. DeSalvo waiting between the hash marks in the slot to forecheck as the Stingrays play it to the right wing side. Gall steps away from Rabbit, avoids a hit from Detzel as well. Detzel, however, takes possession of the puck. His pass is blocked. Stingrays hold it in the zone on the interception. Patrick Gall, cross ice look. Perrier at the left circle, wrist shot in the screen, never reached the net. Comes to Polkamp, who is defended by Detzel. DeSalvo gets a piece of it. Detzel tries to knock it free. Cockrell, the third Iceman player, steps in. Finally knocks it loose for McLeese. He will shovel it out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Lacey Rabbit is going to be first to it for the Icemen in the offensive zone, but he's by himself for now. Tries the pass backwards for DeSalvo. It is knocked away by the Stingrays. Jacksonville gets it back in their own zone. Cedarholm for Mingo. Mingo to the left side for Fowley, who gains the line rather easily. On his backhand is Fowley. Turns at the corner, tries to feed to the line, but it's broken up by the Stingrays. McKernan will play it. Forehand shovel in to the right side of Bairden. Mingo first on the puck for Jacksonville. For Newbury, then for Fowley. He has Randolph with him as well. Pass is picked off by Roberto for the Stingrays. McKernan tries to golf it in, can't do it. Stingrays get it in on the second attempt. Dejan Mingo circling the back of his net for the Icemen. Long outlet pass knocked away by South Carolina. Delayed offside, waved off here by the Icemen as Randolph will backhand into the zone. 10:36 to go in the second period. Still Jacksonville 1, South Carolina nothing. To the right side, it's Christian Horn. Horn at the right circle. Wrist shot is deflected out of play. Woods got a piece of it. And the draw will come to the left side, I believe, of Mikhail Bairden. It'll be Everett Clark, Garrett Hunt, and Cam Critchlow, the forwards for the Icemen. Glover and Woods has been the top pairing really all season long for Jacksonville. And here's Garrett Hunt for Glover, back for Hunt over the blue line with Critchlow, but some miscommunication there. And South Carolina is able to get the steal and clear. Woods now tries to play it ahead. With the help of Critchlow, they'll shovel it out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Perrier beats Hunt to it, but a steal by Everett Clark. Clark in a huge collision with Mike Chen as the Stingrays gain it and start a 3-on-2 breakout. Chernichin over the blue line, drop pass for Charbonneau. Forehand over the crossbar. Bounces right back towards the top of the crease, and Bessie throws it through the crease, but there's nobody there. Heavy pressure, Chernichin with a wrister, and we've got a fight. It's Chen against Clark. A daytime fight here. Mike Chen against Everett Clark. Clark just biding his time right now. There's the right hand from Clark. One punch, two punches. Down goes Chen, and this fight is quickly over as Clark falls right on top of Mike Chen. Oh, Mike Chen has had a pretty interesting game today for the Stingrays. Everett Clark drops his helmet, goes straight to the penalty box. Chen will do the same. A two-punch fight there. Everett Clark landing both of them, and then a two-point takedown to finish it off. So this game continues to be much more physical than I expected for this morning affair. We'll have to see if it's just 5 minutes apiece for fighting. I expect it to be, although I suppose you never know. Oh, look, we got Fang here. The mascot has arrived. And just like that, he's gone. Fang is gone. So a great crowd here on hand, over 10,000 people for the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Most of them young fans, elementary school age, but some junior high and some high school splashed in there too. Stingrays win the draw. Quick shot is blocked by Fowley. Grant Bessie with the shot attempt. Comes to the near side boards. Garrett Hunt tries to play it by McKernan. Not yet, but Critchlow helps out. Gets it free for Fowley. Fowley over the blue line. Offside will be called. Fowley taking the place of Everett Clark on this line, as Clark is in the penalty box for fighting, along with Mike Chen. 5 minutes each for fighting. Chen and Clark. And we'll have a draw outside the South Carolina blue line. Stingrays, even though they have a new coach this year in Spiros Anastas, their style of play really pretty similar to last year. Defensive style hockey. They don't score a ton. They don't allow a ton. And that is held true here. The Icemen have had good success against the Stingrays, not only with the opening night win this year, but also last year here at home especially. Jacksonville with the puck in the offensive zone, but as I say that, they give it up, and the Stingrays start a three-man rush. Polkamp stops at the blue line. Wrist shot blocked in front, never reached the net. Bairden sweeps it away. Tie up into the corner as Mingo battles with Harrison off the play. Mingo couldn't get his stick free from the armpit of Harrison. Mingo now chops it loose. DeSalvo can't clear. Polkamp holds it in to the corner for Roberto. Roberto spins to his backhand side. Some pressure from the Stingrays. McLeod to the left side. Davison holds it in. Wrist shot goes wide to the short side. Comes off the end boards for the Icemen. Rabbit will play it back to the South Carolina line. McLeese needs a line change. That whole line needs a change, but South Carolina redirects in. Could this be called icing? Yes, it will be called icing against the Stingrays. So the draw will come back in the South Carolina zone. Mikhail Bairden has played very well today for the Icemen, saving all 14 shots that have come his way. Line change for Jacksonville. Newbury, Randolph, and Korostolev are your forwards for this one. Newbury will try and win the faceoff back to Garrett Cockrell. Instead, he wins it to himself, which is just fine. Newbury, left wing half wall. Randolph tied up. Newbury gets it back, centering feed. Save made as Korostolev got the forehand on goal. But Morrison was able to make the stop. What a feed there from Chris Newbury. Noobs, as they call him in the locker room. Set up the overtime game winner for Jacksonville's last home game. That was Cam McLeese getting the overtime game winner last Saturday night. Newbury will once again take this draw, and with the help of Korostolev, they win it. Korostolev got a elbow up high as he plays it behind the net for Randolph. Randolph turns to his corner. He is tripped up on the play. No call there. A lot of physical play along the wall. The crowd continues to be riled up by the mascot. Fang right where the play is as well. Fioretti digs it loose for the Stingrays, but does not clear. Cale Detzel pinches in to hold it back behind the Stingray net. Randolph tries to help out. Cozen gives it up to Randolph. To the blue line, right side, it's Detzel. Detzel flipping it for Newbury. Back behind the net for Randolph. Randolph tries to let it go for Korostolev. Stingrays take over, and it is Perrier to the right wing side for Christian Horn. Defending is Cockrell. Horn will toss it behind the Jacksonville net. Cozen gets ridden into the glass by Detzel. Fowley takes the body. Cockrell does the same. Fowley plays it behind the net for Detzel. Detzel up the right wing side, held in by Davison. At the line, Davison again in possession for the Stingrays. Rister goes wide on the play. Detzel just wants a face-off, or at least to have things tied up for the time being. The Icemen on their heels right now. On the ice is Bessie, and his Rister goes wide to the glove side. Comes all the way to the blue line for Leach. His shot goes wide to the far post. Heavy pressure from the Stingrays. Puck goes up into the air. Jacksonville still can't collect it. Into the corner, Chernichin by himself. Poked away by the Icemen. Cockrell gives it up. Davison with a blast. Cutting off the angle was Bairden and forced it high on the play. Leach holds it in. Bairden leaving it for Cockrell. To the left side for Randolph, who really needs a change. He'll chip it off the glass and out of the zone. At least one guy heads to the bench. Cockrell pinches in, tries to complete the line change, or at least have everybody else on the team complete a line change. Jacksonville finally gets it behind the Stingray net, and the Icemen can complete this full line change. And they needed it. They were on their heels. Stingrays come back. Charbonneau's wrister is blocked by Woods, and he'll play it out of play. Hopefully everybody is okay. In the meantime, this is a penalty against Justin Woods. He flipped it over the glass without it touching anybody. It will be a power play for South Carolina. Woods is protesting, saying that there was a deflection. Jack Glover is doing the same. Garrett Hunt is talking to referee Stan Surik, but he is not going to win this battle. It will be a power play for the Stingrays. This is the third power play for South Carolina. They've got some momentum after the last couple of shifts. They had some offensive pressure. And so the Icemen really could use a kill here. Perhaps giving them a little bit of momentum. This is a critical juncture in the game as the Icemen still leading 1-0 with 6:05 to go in the second period. Lacey Rabbit penalty killing, wins the draw. Mingo drives it around the boards. It goes over the stick of Polkamp and back to the South Carolina line. McLeese and Rabbit are your penalty killers. Cedarholm and Mingo your defensemen for Jacksonville. Long lead pass for Christian Horn, who collects it into the right wing corner in Jacksonville territory. Around the wall, to the blue line we go. It's Fioretti, right circle. Shot deflected and into the net. Power play goal for the South Carolina Stingrays. Not sure if it's going to be Horn or Cozen with the goal, but it is South Carolina tying this game up on a power play goal at 14:22 of period number 2. And the Stingrays now 1 for 3 on the power play. 1-1 is the score. You can hear the boos from the young crowd here. We'll wait to see who get the assists on this goal. It was deflected in front. Possibly even a double deflection, I wonder. If it was a double deflection, it would be Cozen's goal. But the Icemen have to regain their composure. Crowd back up on their feet again. That should get the players going, if nothing else. 1-1 hockey game, however, as Randolph plays it to the right side for Newbury. They do give the goal to Tad Cozen. So the first goal of the year for Tad Cozen. We will take a break with 5:19 to go. Stoppage in play here on the ice. It's now Jacksonville and South Carolina tied up at 1 apiece. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
We're knotted up at 1. South Carolina has just tied the game on a power play goal from Tad Cozen. The Iceman goal came in the first period, unassisted from Cam Critchlow. Jacksonville wins the draw on the offensive end, trying to regain the lead. It's Korostolev to the line for Cockrell. Wrist shot is deflected way up high and out of play. Over the netting, in fact, behind the South Carolina net, and hopefully everybody's okay there. So back into the Stingray zone. Line change for each club here. South Carolina out shooting the Icemen 15-11 at this point. For the Icemen to only have 11 shots on goal, period, is really saying something. In fact, they only have 3 shots on goal this period. Woods gets a shot towards goal, but that goes wide for the Icemen. Glover pinches in from the right point, goes all the way back behind the Stingray net. Leaving the puck there for Garrett Hunt. Hunt looks for a potential wraparound, throws it in front. Fowley couldn't get the shot on goal. Stingrays get it back, and they will skate out to center ice with it. Lead pass broken up by the Icemen. Fowley takes it to the blue line. He'll backhand into the zone. Garrett Hunt gives chase on the forecheck. Critchlow is helping out, but the Stingrays have possession. Let's go Icemen, the chant from this crowd as the Stingrays get a centering pass away, but it's knocked free by Cody Fowley. Can't clear the zone yet, but the Icemen still have the puck. Justin Woods to the right side for Glover. Glover for Critchlow, who redirects out of the zone. This is going to be icing against Jacksonville. So we'll come back into the Iceman zone. 4:15 to go in period number 2. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll go through the ECHL standings as we are now just about 1 month into the season. Not only for the South Division, but we'll tell you about some of the other teams that are looking good from all around the ECHL. It is a 27-team league, the ECHL. And we'll try and get you acquainted with all of them and where they sit in the standings during this second intermission. Face-off is to Mikhail Berden's right side. Icemen win it cleanly. They'll chip it ahead for Fowley. Fowley gets it to center ice, but that is it. Puck goes off an arm, over the dasher and into the Stingray bench. So we'll do the face-off right by the Jacksonville blue line, outside the blue line. Dan DeSalvo with Sam Fioretti on this draw. Against Sam Fioretti, I should say. DeSalvo for McLeese, then for Detzel. Garrett Cockrell to the left side for Rabbit, who redirects into the zone. McLeese is first on it, looking for DeSalvo. Forehand save is made by Morrison, his best save of the day, as Cockrell keeps it in the zone. Rabbit has McLeese with him, goes for DeSalvo instead, and another save by Morrison. 2 best saves of the day from Morrison, coming just seconds apart, as the Icemen had 2 golden opportunities to take the lead, but Adam Morrison comes up big for South Carolina. We have an icing call against the Stingrays. DeSalvo had both chances. Morrison denied him both times. It's a great play by Garrett Cockrell at the blue line to keep that puck in the zone for the second chance for Jacksonville. This line is lethal and can capitalize at any time. Icemen win the draw. Detzel just has to play it into an open corner. McLeese stays out there with DeSalvo and Rabbit. Play is tied up along the wall. DeSalvo knocks it free behind the Stingray net to the blue line for Detzel. Detzel with a wrister, deflected wide by Rabbit. Rabbit tracks it down to the left point for Cockrell. Cockrell tosses it into an open side. Perrier is first on it for the Stingrays. He'll play it to center ice. Right back into the zone comes Cockrell, who will backhand behind the Stingray net. Comes off the end boards. Morrison got hit by Fowley as he froze the puck. And the Stingrays now push Cody Fowley away from the crease. 3:04 remaining in period number 2. Fowley went into Morrison kind of at an awkward angle. Morrison's back was turned to him as he was covering up the puck. Fowley back on the ice. He's in the slot right now. Chris Newbury will take the face-off at center. Jake Randolph along the near side glass at left wing. And the Stingrays win the draw. Newbury saying that should have been a penalty against Patrick Gall, and they are going to call, should be a penalty there. You cannot use your glove on a face-off. Newbury saw it immediately. Patrick Gall won the draw, but he gloved it back, and that's supposed to be a penalty. Newbury called it immediately. The officials are now huddling up. That should be a penalty, no doubter. You cannot use your glove in a penalty situation. And they are going to call it. Nice work by the officials to call this penalty against Patrick Gall. Delay of game is going to be the call. You cannot use your glove in a face-off. And he did. Quite blatantly, I might add. I don't know what he has to argue about, truthfully. So a power play for the Icemen, looking to regain the lead with 2:58 to go in period number 2. They are 0 for 3 thus far, but they've been great on the power play this year going into this contest. Newbury, Randolph, and Fowley on the faceoff. That's your top line for the Icemen, at least to start this power play. Patrick Gall getting some grief from one of the fans there. Stingrays win the draw. They try to clear. Woods pinches in with the help of Fowley. They'll hold it in. To the left point, it's Garrett Cockrell for the Icemen. Flip pass for Woods, high slot. Going for Newbury. Shot deflected on net. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Stingrays have it. They do clear it. Fowley got the redirection. Great thought there from the Icemen, but Morrison was there for the save. Woods, long outlet pass for Randolph. Did he get a piece of it? No, but it's not going to be icing either. Stingrays win the puck, however, and they'll play it out to the Jacksonville zone. Newbury will track it down behind his own net. Still a minute 21 to go on this man advantage. Chris Newbury to the right side for Fowley, who gains the line. Stood up there. Chernichin will backhand it out. Woods will have to give chase. This South Carolina defense playing some strong hockey here on the penalty kill. Woods back behind his own net. Skates away from Grant Bessie. Justin Woods leading it for Rabbit, who is over the blue line. Rabbit for Cockrell behind the Stingray net. Leach is there around the boards. Held in by Clark. Nice work there to pin it up against the glass. Woods with a shot that's deflected wide. Rabbit chases it down for Jacksonville. For Newbury at the top of the right circle. Him and Rabbit exchange a give and go, and a steal from Grant Bessie, who will clear it out. Bessie dropping it for Mikhail Bairden. Bairden wanted to play it, but he had nobody to pass to. Again, Mikhail Bairden, excellent with his goaltender stick. But he elects not to pass it this time. Here come the Icemen. It is Rabbit for DeSalvo right up the middle. Poked away by McKernan, but not out yet. Played around the boards, and it's going to come all the way out to center ice. There was nobody at the left point. Just 15 seconds to go on this power play. One last rush for Jacksonville. Mingo behind his own net. To the right for Karastolev. Back for Mingo, but the Icemen having trouble just getting out of their own zone here. Outlet pass for DeSalvo. And it's going to be played by Morrison. Time will expire on the power play as Morrison covers up. Teams are at full strength. The Icemen now 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. And we are now in the final minute of period number 2. This game is tied 1-1. Critchlow, Hunt, and McLeese coming on the ice. Everett Clark's power play time is up, but he is on the bench instead of normally being on this line. Maybe because it's the final minute of play, a chance to double shift somebody. South Carolina gets a sharp angle shot towards goal that is blocked in front and cleared out by the Icemen. Stingrays have it back in the neutral zone. Chen wrists it in. Bairden blocks it behind his own net. Sweeps it to the right side for McLeese. Touch pass for Critchlow, who has Hunt with him. Off the boards, indirect pass for Hunt, who gains the line. Looking for Critchlow. He'll walk in. Backhander save is made by Morrison, and he will cover it up. Great give and go there between Critchlow and Hunt, as Critchlow is bidding for his second of the day. He has the only Icemen goal so far. And for about the last 5 to 7 minutes or so, the Icemen have looked much better. Jacksonville only had 3 shots on goal this period. Well into this second period, but 4 quality chances since then. Faceoff is going to be to Morrison's left side. 28 seconds to go in the second period. McLeese stays out there with Critchlow and Hunt. Glover and Woods at the blue line. Stingrays win the draw. They'll immediately skate it out to center ice where it's poked away by Woods. Woods starts the rush forward, looking for Critchlow. Critchlow going wide on Leach. Critchlow behind the net, tries a centering pass. It comes to McLeese. McLeese now behind the net. Towards the blue line for Glover. Shot deflected wide by Chernichin. Leach on his forehand, tries to clear out with 8 seconds to go. Leach just wants the time to tick away. Hunt trying to dig it loose. Hunt behind the net, cannot center. Time will expire, and the Icemen will not get a chance here. Shots on goal, dead even, 16 apiece. In that period, the Icemen had 8. South Carolina had 7. So 16 for Jacksonville. South Carolina also is 16 through 2 periods of play, and shots on goal. We're also deadlocked in goals. 1 for the Icemen. Cam Critchlow has it, his first of the season at 7:10 of period number 1. South Carolina countered in the second period. The equalizer from Tad Kozin, his first of the year on the power play at 14:22. We will take a break in a moment. For now, though, let's bring it down to Joe Massa.
1, South Carolina 1. Shots on goal through 2 periods for South Carolina 16, Jacksonville 16. Now let's take it on down to Sarah for a quick interview from our second period.
All right, thanks, Joe. We're here with Chris Newberry. Now, Chris has been playing hockey for a very long time. He even played in the NHL. And Kingsley is going to ask the question today. She's from Liberty Pines Academy. Go ahead.
So, I've been pondering, what's your favorite part about hockey?
Probably my favorite part is just competing. I mean, coming out here and having 20 other guys on your team and doing anything you can to help win.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Kingsley. Wade.
Well, that was really special. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Kingsley and Chris Newberry. An excellent question as well. I love it. You got the kids here? Let the kids take over. Somebody can take my job for the rest of the game if they want to, for that matter. But I don't know if anybody's coming for that role just yet. You never know. 1-1 is your score after 2 periods of play. We'll come back and take a look at your ECHL standings. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on jaxicemen.com and ECHL.tv. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment.
They're going to see who can make the most chicken on top of the waffle, and the winner gets a $25
The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors:
Let's meet our first
AMI
teacher.
Graphics,
Name
the
and your
official
school.
signage provider;
Richard Kaufman,
EFL
Hendricks,
Canada Risk and
Avenue!
Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk. Sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
All right, go
the
ahead.
Migrate
Let's
Group,
see what
your
you
source
got.
for game-worn jerseys.
They're going to stand at the blue
CCM
line
Hockey,
and see how many chickens
on-ice
they can get on that
equipment
waffle.
Coco
There's
5, the
one.
official hydration beverage of the ECHL. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the
chicken down.
ECHL. Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL.
Almost.
Howie's
Those are
Hockey
bouncy
Tape,
chickens.
the official hockey tape and a lace provider. In
2
Glasgow, the official
chickens.
puck provider. Warrior, the official protective wear
All
provider.
right,
And the
3
Fairleigh
chickens,
Group, the
pretty
official
good.
commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the
All
live
right, while we're
ECHL
getting
action in
those
high definition
chickens.
by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Get the best home
Tell
buying
us your
experience you'll
name
ever have.
and
Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150.
from
Learn more at
Jacksonville
communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First. Love
All
where you
right,
bank.
here you go. You
Equal
got your
housing lender.
chickens.
Wishing for a new car?
You have to beat 3.
Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First. Love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19
Just a little
season.
short.
Catch all the
It's like
latest
these
live
chickens
action
can't
from across
fly.
the premier AA Hockey League, including
You got
multi-game
half a
high-definition
chicken.
view and playback
Congratulations.
functionality on
All
both
right,
your PC,
congrats. You've got
mobile,
the
and
$25
OTT
Metro Diner
devices.
gift card.
Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax.
All right, guys.
The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL. Now, Follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
It's a 1-1 hockey game between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. To the ECHL standings, and we'll give you an expanded look. There are no other games to talk about today. This is a morning game anyway, and there isn't even anything tonight. So I really don't even have any other games to preview or anything like that. We can deal with the weekend later on this weekend. So great opportunity to go through the entire ECHL standings. And, of course, we'll start in the South Division where the Icemen reside. 7 teams in the South Division. Jacksonville currently stands in 3rd place despite their record. 6-2 for Jacksonville coming into this contest today, but 12 points on the season. But because they played so few games, they are still behind a couple of teams. Currently leading the South Division are the Norfolk Admirals. They are 7-3 on the year with 14 points. That means that if the Icemen win today, they'll vault from 3rd place into a tie for 1st place. They'll leapfrog over the Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando currently at 6-3-1 for 13 points. And actually, between these two teams that you're listening to today, Jacksonville and South Carolina, both of these teams are tied for 3rd with 12 points. So that makes this game all the more important. One of these teams will go into a tie for 1st place. We just don't know which one of these two teams will. South Carolina has played 2 more games than Jacksonville. In fact, Norfolk, Orlando, and South Carolina have all played 2 more games than Jacksonville up to this game itself. The Icemen have only played 8 games, while Norfolk, Orlando, and South Carolina have all played 10 games so far. Jacksonville again at 6-2, 12 points. South Carolina at 6-4 for their 12 points. And then the bottom 3 in the South Division, there's a 4-point gap between 4th place and 5th place. The Atlanta Gladiators and Florida Everblades both tied for 5th with identical 3-3-2 records for 8 points. And in the basement in the South, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 3-7-1 on the year for Greenville for 7 points. And they have also played the most games in the division with 11 games played. To the North Division, 7 teams there as well. These two divisions, both in the Eastern Conference, if you want to get your alignments correct for the ECHL. And a surprise at the top where the expansion Newfoundland Growlers are leading the North Division. They've also played the most games, not just in the division, but in the entire ECHL. They have already played 14 games. Newfoundland, however, good record. 9 wins, 5 losses. They lead the league with 18 points as well. Part and parcel because they've played so many games, but the record is strong. The Growlers, don't forget, will be here in Jacksonville in a couple of weeks. The night before Thanksgiving, it will be the Growlers at the Jacksonville Icemen. 2nd place in the North Division, also with a pretty strong record. The Adirondack Thunder out of Glens Falls, New York. 8-3 on the year for them for 16 points. They're only 2 points behind Newfoundland. In 3rd place, the Reading Royals out of Pennsylvania. Reading at 5-2-1-2 for their record. 13 total points for them. Overtime losses and shootout losses are those last 2 numbers. 5 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2 shootout losses. That's how it goes. All losses in overtime or a shootout count as 1 point. In 4th place are the Brampton Beast. They are up in Ontario, outside of Toronto. Brampton, 5 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime loss, 0 shootout losses for them for 11 points. In 5th place are the Manchester Monarchs out of Manchester, New Hampshire. 4 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss for 10 points for Manchester. And the bottom 2 in the Eastern Division, the Maine Mariners, the other expansion team for the ECHL. They are 3-5-0-1 for 7 points. And the Worcester Railers standing at 3-7-0-0. Worcester with 6 points on the year. To the Western Conference very quickly, the Toledo Walleye have the lead in the Central Division of the Western Conference. Just a 1-point cushion, however. Toledo at 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss. No shootout losses for them. They have 15 points. Right on their tails, the Cincinnati Cyclones. 6 wins, 2 losses, 2 overtime losses for the Cyclones at 14 points for the Cyclones. In 3rd place, the Indy Fuel. 5-4 on the year. No overtime or shootout losses. Indy at 10 points on the season. They have a 1-point lead over the 4th place Kalamazoo Wings. Kazoo at 4-4-0-1 for 9 points. 5th place in the Western Division, the Fort Wayne Comets at 4-5-0-0. Fort Wayne with 8 points. And the last place team in the Central Division, also in the ECHL, a rough start for the Wheeling Nailers. They are only 1-5 on the year. They've also played the fewest games in the ECHL. They've only played 6 games so far, but only 1 victory and only 2 points for Wheeling. The Nailers also are coming here to Jacksonville for the first time ever, a week from tomorrow, the 16th. And rounding out the ECHL standings, we go to the Mountain Division, where the Utah Grizzlies are alone in 1st place. 6 wins, 1 loss, 3 overtime losses, no shootout losses for Utah. They have 15 points. 2nd place in the Mountain is the Kansas City Mavericks, 6-1-1 for 13 points. They have a 1-point lead over the 3rd place Tulsa Oilers. Actually, the Rapid City Rush also with a nice little run for them. They both have 12 points. Tulsa's only played 9 games. They are 4-1, 2 overtime losses and 2 shootout losses for Tulsa for their 12 points. While Rapid City out of South Dakota, they have 5 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss. The Rush with 12 points. 5th place in the Mountain Division, the Idaho Steelheads, 5-6-0-1 for Idaho this year for 11 points. The Wichita Thunder in 6th place, they are at 3-2-3-0 for 9 points. And a surprise at the bottom of the Mountain Division, the Allen Americans, who have been so good for many, many years. A couple of Kelly Cups for them as well, but this year a rough start. 3 wins, 7 losses, 0 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. Allen with only 7 points so far. In fact, Allen just this past weekend had a pair of home games against South Carolina. The Stingrays made it out to Allen, Texas. They are in suburban Dallas, and the Stingrays won both of those games in regulation. It was a great weekend for South Carolina. So those are your standings around the ECHL. We will take a break and come back, getting ready for the start of the 3rd period. Our score here in Jacksonville, there the Jacksonville Icemen won, the South Carolina Stingrays won. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, record crowd on hand today for the Icemen game against South Carolina. Field trip day for the kids, and they have come out in thousands. Upper Bowl opened up for the first time in Icemen history today. Expecting a crowd of over 10,000 announced as the Icemen come back out onto the ice right now. The Stingrays are already on their own bench. They're already just hanging out on the bench, waiting for the third period to begin. Jacksonville and South Carolina tied at 1. This is the second meeting this year between these two teams. On opening night, the Icemen won that game by a score of 4-2. That game was also tied after 2 periods of play. When tied after 2 periods, the Icemen have only that game. And that was a very interesting third period against the Stingrays on opening night. It was 2-2, it was 1-1, my apologies, going into the third period, just like right now. South Carolina actually took the lead at 2-1 very early in the third period, only to see the Icemen tie it back up less than a minute later from Garrett Hunt, their captain, and get 2 more goals after that to finish it off by a final score of 4-2. South Carolina 1-2 on the season when tied after 2 periods of play. That, of course, includes their loss against the Icemen back on October the 13th. Jacksonville 0-4 on the power play. South Carolina 1-3. Their only goal, of course, on the power play from Tad Kozin. We are just about ready to go. The Icemen skating from my left to my right for this third period. Teams start at full strength, and Jacksonville has control. It is Woods for Hunt. over the blue line. Fighting for it is Woods, cannot get it. Stingrays come away, possible 2-on-1. Bessie's pass blocked by Jack Glover. What a great defensive effort by Glover. And that starts the Icemen off on their way. It's Newbury walking in to the backhand. What a save. Rebound behind the net. Hunt couldn't collect it. Morrison has had some key saves, keeping this a 1-1 hockey game for South Carolina. Bessie gives it up in the neutral zone. Charbonneau loses it now to Woods. Woods for Glover. Critchlow tries to clear and he can't do it. Bessie to an open wing and the Icemen steal it. It's DeSalvo going around a man. Cuts to the forehand side and another save by Morrison. He's denied Dan DeSalvo at least 3 times in about the last 5 minutes of game time, including the tail end of the second period. The Icemen with possession in their own zone, trying to clear it out. They do. DeSalvo from the red line moves it off the wall and behind the Stingray net. Fowley continues it along, looking for Jake Randolph. Stingrays take over. It's Perrier's pass, blocked by DeSalvo. Drops it back for Cederholm for the Icemen. Cederholm's flip pass connects with Randolph, then for DeSalvo. To the right wing side, it's Fowley over the blue line, flipping it for Randolph into the corner. Jake Randolph turns to his forehand, tripped up on the play. Stingrays get the steal and clear out. Cederholm got to be careful not to lose it, but he does lose it, and it's Chen looking for the trailer on the play. And the shot goes just wide from Christian Horn. The Icemen will clear it out. This will be called icing against Jacksonville. Don't let the 1-1 score fool you, or even the shots on goal. There have been some quality chances for both teams here today, especially in about the last, really the second half of this game, from about the midway mark of the second period. Pretty wide open. Goaltenders have made some big saves. A couple of shots have gone wide. Some excellent defensive plays, breaking up odd man rushes too, as Jack Glover did a moment or two ago, as Bairden makes a save. Rebound comes loose and the Icemen take it away. Another great save made, and a third one by Bairden, who doesn't know where the puck is, but it does not go in the net. That's the most important thing. Stingrays try to keep the pressure on. DeSalvo drops it behind his own net. Bairden flips it around the wall. Randolph dives to try and knock it away from a Stingray player. He'll tap it for Mingo, behind the net for Cederholm. Cederholm whacks at it. Stingrays get the steal. Kohlkamp in the left wing circle, centering feed, intercepted by Randolph. Randolph flips it cross ice. Fowley can't handle it. It deflects on net, so no icing here, and the Icemen will get a line change. Tim Davison for South Carolina. Lead pass broken up. South Carolina gets it right back. Looking for the steal is Clark. Clark at the blue line. Loses it there to Charbonneau. Playing it back for Davison, then to the right side for the Stingray captain, Joey Leach. Leach ahead for Chernichin, who redirects behind the Jacksonville net. Charbonneau's pass is knocked away by Cockrell. Gets it loose for McLeese. McLeese touching it for Clark, then for Rabbit. Rabbit over the blue line. Clark going to help out on a double team forecheck. Rabbit pokes it away. Stingrays get it back. It is Bessie tapping it out to center ice. Bessie with speed, gets by McLeese, steps in, goes to the backhand side, denied by Bairden, and we've got a whistle and a penalty on the Icemen. Grant Bessie, one of the fastest guys in the entire ECHL, forcing that penalty against Garrett Cockrell, and a power play for the Stingrays in this 1-1 hockey game. Mikhail Bairden with a few phenomenal saves in the last minute or two, though, including that one on Bessie. But the Icemen will have to kill this penalty to stay in a 1-1 tie. Stingrays win the draw. Wrist shot is deflected just wide. Loose puck comes for Critchlow. Feeds it smartly to Glover, who will turn and forehand it out. Goes all the way down to Morrison. Hunt is forcing Morrison to play it with a stick for Davison. Hunt will curl away. Davison's long outlet pass, it connects. Over the blue line is Christian Horn. Woods takes the body on him. Critchlow does the same, looking for Glover. Glover for Hunt. Good touch pass to Woods, who will just skate with the puck and kill a little more time before forehanding it the length of the ice. Line change for the penalty killers. Newbury and Fowley now out there for the Icemen, with Jacob Cederholm making his Iceman debut today. Dejan Mingo rounding out the four on the ice. A minute 13 to go on this power play for South Carolina. It is Bessie for Davison at his own blue line. Leach will forehand it in off the glass. Bairden is first on it behind his own net, and he'll turn and fire it out, but it goes into the Icemen bench. Had the right idea, but it did not stay on the playing surface, so the draw will come back into the Icemen zone. It is not a delay of game penalty if you clear it into the bench. It is only if you clear it over the glass and out of play. Draw will be to Bairden's left. 1:01 to go on this power play. Cam Critchlow is going to be relied on for this defensive zone draw, but the Stingrays take it. Leach, cross ice for Bessie at the circle. Poked into the corner by Cedarholm, who continues to ride him right into the glass. Puck comes free for Mingo, who will backhand it out. Puck on edge, going all the way to Morrison, who will flatten it for Leach. Hunt is into penalty kill with Critchlow. Joey Leach dropping it back for Bessie. To the right side, it's Chernichin. Chernichin loses it in the neutral zone to Mingo, who got it with his skate. The Stingrays will regroup at center ice. Bessie with speed over the blue line, tries to step to the inside. Double teamed there and got ridden off the puck. Comes free for Mingo for Critchlow, who will forehand it out. 18 seconds to go on this power play for South Carolina. And Morrison will play it for Chernichin. Into penalty kill is Newbury, forcing the play a little deeper. Chernichin curls away from Newbury. Just 6 seconds to go on Cockerell's penalty. Perrier for Chen, who will have to regroup back behind his own net. Fowley moves in deep to forecheck as Cockerell comes out of the penalty box. Team's back at full strength here with 14:47 to go in the third period. Very entertaining matinee game here. 1-1 is your score. The Icemen have the puck behind their own net. Justin Woods drops it back for Jack Glover. Glover ahead for DeSalvo, over the blue line to the right side, it's Fowley. Fowley with a shot on net, save is made, rebound loose. What a save by Morrison, who will cover it up. I'm not sure who had the rebound attempt, but Morrison made a phenomenal save on the rebound as we look at the replay on ECHL.tv. Fowley's shot was designed for a rebound. It was Glover who had the backhander. Tried to slip it through the pads of Morrison, but he denies him. He's played a strong game today for the Stingrays. Adam Morrison has. Dan DeSalvo has had several chances for Jacksonville today. Waved out of this draw. Korostolev will have to take it instead. Jake Randolph completes the line. Stingrays win the draw. Leach for Roberto to the right side. It's McKernan playing it into the zone. This is going to be called icing. So back into the Stingray end we go. Both teams with several chances to take the lead. Goaltenders have been awful strong today. Everett Clark comes onto the ice with Cam McLeese and Wasey Rabbit. Stingrays win this draw as well. They'll chip it out to the neutral zone. Loose puck there. McLeese will be first on it for the Icemen. Tapping it back into his own end for Cale Detzel to maintain possession. Detzel for Cockerell, backhanding it, dangerous play. Stingrays steal it, and they'll play it into the corner. Detzel takes the body on Roberto. 2-on-2 along the near side wall. McLeese tries to tap it away. Leach steps in for South Carolina. Clark trying to dig it loose. Clark flips it ahead. It does go back into the Stingray zone. Could be icing. It's going to be awful close. They will call it icing. Wasey Rabbit doesn't like the call, but they will give the tie to the defensive club pretty much every time in a foot race for the puck in an icing situation. Credit the hustle there to Wasey, though, for making it very close. Draw will be to Mikhail Bairden's right side. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 20-18 overall. Not many shots on goal, but plenty of quality attempts. We will drop the puck again. Chernichin for the Stingrays on this draw. McLeese for Jacksonville. And McLeese takes it cleanly for Cockerell behind the net. Flipping it up the backhand for Rabbit. Drives it off the wall for Everett Clark through center ice. Good play to the right wing for Detzel, who takes it over the blue line. Detzel with an easy shot on net, sticked aside by Morrison. Hunt onto the ice, will be first on the puck, tapping it out to center ice. Thought that Garrett Cockerell was at the point, but he wasn't there yet. Cockerell will now snap it around the glass. Morrison cannot block it behind the net. First on it there is Newbury. Save made by Morrison. Rebound, centering pass. Nobody home for the Icemen. And South Carolina skates out with a two-man rush. Charbonneau with a wrister. Blocker saved by Bairden. It was a beauty as well. Critchlow held up in the neutral zone as the Stingrays get it back into the Jacksonville end. Bairden will leave it there for Cockrell with 13 minutes to go in the third period of a 1-1 hockey game. Hunt for Critchlow, backhanding in. Behind the Stingray net, Hunt takes the body. Big hit there on Chen as Newbury tries to play it free. Hunt for Newbury, he's gonna step in, goes to the forehand side, cannot get the shot on goal. It was taken away on the back check. Behind the play, Newbury shoves away at Tad Kozin as the Stingrays get it into the zone briefly. Dan DeSalvo gets it right back, however. For Newbury, then for Glover. Over the line with DeSalvo. Trailer is Randolph. Randolph, forehand, blocked in front. DeSalvo tries to center. Randolph gets it back. Randolph to the blue line for Woods. A drive is blocked. Randolph gets it right back. Behind the net for DeSalvo. DeSalvo on his backhand. To the blue line for Glover, who couldn't handle it. Foot race for the puck. Bairden comes way out of his net to play it all the way to center ice for Woods. And Woods will get it into the Stingray zone. Mikhail Bairden very comfortable outside of his crease. If there's one goaltender you would want playing the puck, he's your guy. The Icemen collect it in their own end, chip it off the glass and safely out. Davison D-to-D for McLeod for South Carolina. Davison gets the return pass. Poke checked away at center ice. Randolph got a piece of it, getting it loose for Woods. Woods for DeSalvo, over the line, onside, looking for Fowley, walks in, backhander, save is made. Fowley drop pass for Woods and a bomb, score! And Jacksonville takes a 2-1 lead with 11:35 to go in the third period. Justin Woods with his second goal of the season and his second goal in as many games puts the Icemen on top. 2-1 is your score. I believe Morrison got a piece of it, but not enough. Fowley had the initial chance, but he stuck with it and dropped it back for Woods, who drilled one from the top of the left circle, and it beats Adam Morrison. Possibly deflected in front. I think Morrison might have been the one who got a piece of it rather than an Icemen player. So for now, we'll give it to Woods, his second of the year at 8:27 of period number 3. Fowley will definitely get one assist. We'll see if there's another one. And it is a 2-1 hockey game, and this crowd is loving it. Now it's up to the Icemen to preserve this lead. No easy task here. Jacksonville does get the steal. They'll drop it in behind the South Carolina net. Here's your goal announcement from Joe Massa.
Assisted by number 19, Cody Fowley. And number 14, Dan DeSalvo. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 25 seconds.
And as we call that, South Carolina just rang one off the crossbar. Off the bottom of the crossbar behind Mikhail Bairden, who definitely caught a break there. The Stingrays were so close to retying it at 2. Add an assist to Dan DeSalvo on that goal from Justin Woods. It's Woods from Fowley and DeSalvo at 8:27. Icemen lead 2-1. Stingrays get it into the Jacksonville zone. Cockrell off the apron of the net for Chris Newbury. Newbury feeding it for Cockrell up the middle to Critchlow in the neutral zone. Gives it up to Tad Kozin, who tries to clear in, but it goes off the protective netting and out of play. 10:25 to go in the third period. We will take a break. But Justin Woods has just put the Icemen on top by a score of 2-1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action. It's a 2-1 contest. The Icemen have the lead over the South Carolina Stingrays. 10:25 to go in the third period of play. Justin Woods has just put Jacksonville on top with his second goal of the season, his second goal in as many games. He scored in Orlando on Tuesday as well. Maybe he just needed the early start, Justin Woods did, scoring in these day games. And the Icemen with a steal. It's DeSalvo with Fowley. DeSalvo with a wrister. Save made by Morrison. Just got a piece with the glove. DeSalvo has played a very strong game today. South Carolina does clear it out. It will be called icing. 10:03 to go in period number 3. Jacksonville looking to move to 7-2 on the season if they can preserve this lead. And in the process, they would move into a tie for first place in the South Division with the Norfolk Admirals, which is Jacksonville's next home opponent, Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Make sure you're here for that one. Glover with a drive for Jacksonville. It is blocked and out to the red line. Again, the Icemen hosting the Norfolk Admirals on Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. If the Icemen can win that game, they will have beaten every team in the South Division in the opening month of the season. No easy task. Jacksonville in the offensive zone with some good forechecking here. Randolph kicking the puck into the corner. Defending him is Marcus Perrier. Fowley steps in. Cody Fowley's had a strong game today for Jacksonville, getting the primary assist on Woods' go-ahead goal. Still a battle in the corner. Stingrays finally take it away. DeSalvo takes the body. Harrison takes the puck, skates away from some forecheckers. The Icemen will get a line change with 9:17 to go in period number 3. Cam McLeese out there with Wasey Rabbit and Everett Clark. Stingrays with it. Perrier's lead pass. Knocked to the Jacksonville blue line. The Icemen get it right back. It's Wasey Rabbit on the backhand. Couldn't set up Clark for a 2-on-1 with McLeese. Rabbit can't hold it in, but he will get it free for Jack Glover. Glover for Woods, then for McLeese, who will deflect in behind the Stingray net. First on it is Everett Clark, centering feed for Rabbit. To the blue line, it goes for Cedarholm. Wrister blocked in front, never reached the net. Mingo on his forehand, cannot get the puck. It is stolen by the Stingrays. They'll start 2-on-2 the other way. Gall away from Everett Clark, who did a nice job covering for Dejan Mingo there defensively. The Icemen get it out to center. South Carolina takes over. It's McLeod in his own end. Spinning away from McLeese, he'll forehand in. Bairden behind his net for Mingo. Broken up by the Stingrays. The Icemen get it right back. Clark in a collision with his own teammate. Stingrays get a shot. Save is made. Rebound out of play. Stick saved by Mikhail Bairden there on Grant Bessie. Bessie again 4th overall in the league in points coming into this game. 17 points in only 10 games for Grant Bessie. But Bairden with a stick save, redirecting it out of play. Jacksonville now out shooting South Carolina 24-20. Icemen win this faceoff. Cam Critchlow cannot clear. Davison with a drive. Pad save made by Bairden. Woods tries to clear out, and that goes into the penalty box. This might be another delay of game penalty. The officials are conferring over it. It was from a very sharp angle from Woods. They're saying it did hit the glass, so no penalty. And the crowd getting into a little kiki action here. That was a big call there from the officials saying that it did hit the glass. No argument from the Stingrays either. Newbury loses this faceoff. Davison with a wrister. Goes well wide to the short side, comes all the way to the right point. Stingrays get it back behind the net with Jonathan Charbonneau. Deflected out of play once more. So we'll keep it in the Icemen zone. 7:49 to go in period number 3. Jacksonville trying to make it 2-0 on the season against South Carolina. The Icemen Played well against the Stingrays last year on home ice. And they want that trend to continue. More importantly, they want the 2-point victory. Tie up for the faceoff. Detzel takes the body on Fioretti. Stingrays get possession, however. It is Kozin at the right circle. To the left side for Leach, who holds it in. Wrist shot goes high and wide on the play. Fioretti is slow to get up. In fact, he has not gotten up yet. Yelling at the official, looking for a penalty call that does not come. The Icemen clear it out to center ice. DeSalvo tries to steal it. Comes to an open wing. Cockrell thinks better of it, looking for the steal, and the Stingrays get it over the blue line. Fowley defends and steals and clears. Back to center ice. It's Chen for Perrier. DeSalvo into forecheck, forcing the turnover. Comes back into the Jacksonville zone for Cale Detzel. 7:02 to go in the third period. 2-1 Jacksonville. Rabbit gives it up at the blue line. DeSalvo is there to help out. Got it free for Rabbit. Chipping and chasing is Wasey Rabbit. Goes wide of Adam Morrison. Chen turns away from Rabbit and starts the charge on offense. Roberto tried to deflect it into the zone. Didn't get a piece of it, so icing is called here against South Carolina. 6:45 remaining in the third period. Very entertaining hockey game. I hope the kids loved it today. If they didn't have a good time today, then they're just not sports fans, apparently. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to take a few hours away from school regardless. And hopefully they were highly entertained. I know I was today. And still am. Cedarholm with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound is loose. It's Clark. And he fanned on the forehand attempt. He tried to be a little too clever, deking from backhand to forehand. Rabbit holds it in, however. Centering feed knocked away. McLeese takes it away in the corner, looking for Clark. Back behind the Stingray net. Chipping it off the glass at the blue line. Cedarholm holds it in, looking for Rabbit. Rabbit cross ice, look for McLeese. It's a spinning puck. Spinning like a top, so McLeese just has to play it behind the net. Clark cannot get a centering pass away. Matt Polkamp skates with it for South Carolina. Getting away from Rabbit, sends it over the blue line for Chen. Roberto with a drive, it's over the crossbar. Polkamp holds it in behind the net, stolen there by Mingo. Cedarholm helps out. He's had a good game tonight for the Icemen in his Jacksonville debut. Cedarholm for Hunt through the neutral zone. Looking for Cam Critchlow, who has scored today. Critchlow clears it into the zone. Goes on the dasher and just barely stays in play. Newbury for Jacksonville. Turns it into the corner for Garrett Hunt. Hunt drops it back for Newbury. Newbury behind the net trying to get the puck to Cam Critchlow. Chernichin takes it away from him. Cross ice look for Bessie. Looks to kick it away from Glover. Bessie gets it into the zone. Sharp angle shot. Save is made. Rebound. Bairden with another save from a sharp angle. Bessie holds onto it. Pass is deflected. It comes up high for the Icemen. 3-on-2 the other way for Jacksonville. If they can get the play to develop, they cannot. Critchlow will just knock it into the zone instead. 5:09 to go in the third period. Jacksonville leads 2-1. It's Bessie through the neutral zone with speed. Glover defends. Glover pokes it away a second time. Excellent work there by Jack Glover, not allowing the speedy Grant Bessie to work wide on him. And the Icemen now get a steal at center ice. It's Woods with DeSalvo and Randolph. Woods with a wrister. Save is made by Morrison. He'll cover it up and take the draw. We'll take one final break with 4:47 to go in the third period. The Icemen still nursing this 2-1 lead over the South Carolina Stingrays. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is
4:47 on the clock in period number 3. The Icemen leading 2-1. Justin Woods has the go-ahead goal midway through this third period, his second of the season. The Icemen trying to get some valuable insurance with an offensive zone draw. They win the faceoff, but it comes all the way into their own zone. Cockrell will leave it for Cale Detzel. Detzel off the wall for Fowley. This is going to be called icing against the Icemen. And so an offensive zone draw becomes a defensive zone draw here. Shots on net, 26 for the Icemen, 22 for South Carolina. Mikhail Bairden has been very strong in net today, saving 21 of 22 shots. DeSalvo against Kozin on this draw. DeSalvo wins it. Right in front, all alone. Christian Horn couldn't handle the bouncing puck. He does hold it in now. His wrister goes wide on the play. Karams to the left wing point. And a steal from Jacksonville. DeSalvo gives it up to Leach. And the Stingrays still hold it in. Fioretti behind the Icemen net on his backhand side. Loose into the corner. Cockrell on his forehand. Flips it around the wall where Leach will hold it in. Leach for Kozin. Kozin falls down on the play. Gets it back and still holds it in the zone. Pressure here from the Stingrays with 4 minutes on the clock in the third period. The Icemen now get the loose puck finally. It took a long time. And it's Randolph flipping it ahead for Fowley. He's one-on-one against Leach. Fowley's wrister is blocked. Comes to the open wing, still in the zone. Wasey Rabbit will throw it behind the net for Fowley. Fowley on his forehand to the blue line for Mingo. Screen shot in front. Rabbit score! Wasey Rabbit puts the Icemen up by 2. It's 3-1 with 3:39 to go in period number 3. The crowd is on their feet as Wasey Rabbit extends his point streak to 9 straight to open the season. Waited to the final minutes to do it, but he gets the insurance goal to put the Icemen on top by 2. Mingo and Fowley should assist on this goal. Wasey Rabbit with the goal. Driving in the loose puck by Adam Morrison. 16:21 the time of the goal. It's Rabbit's 6th goal of the season. And here's your Icemen goal from Joe Massa.
Scored by number 20, Wasey Rabbit. Assisted by number 10, Dejan Mingo. And number 19, Cody Fowley. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. Once again, your third Icemen goal, scored by number 20, Wasey Rabbit. Assisted by Mingo and Fowley. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 21 seconds.
So a 3-1 lead for the Icemen. Man, did they need that one. Penalty coming on Jacksonville here, however. It's a delayed call. Stingrays over the blue line. Chen with a shot on net, saved by Bairden. He does not get possession, however. A shot on goal, another save by Bairden. It is still loose. There's your whistle and your touch-up from Jacksonville. And that will make the final 2:55 pretty interesting here. I think the penalty is boarding against Garrett Hunt. Yeah, boarding against Hunt. So a 2-goal lead for Jacksonville. That's great. But South Carolina is on the power play. And look for Morrison to leave for the bench in favor of a 6th attacker. Once they do that, it will be 6 skaters on the ice for South Carolina with only 4 for Jacksonville. So an absolute bail bonds penalty kill of the highest order here for the Icemen. Minutes on the board for Garrett Hunt. The one silver lining to this for the Icemen being shorthanded is they can clear the puck out of their own zone without the risk of an icing call. When you're shorthanded, there is no icing as the defending team. So if they get an opportunity to clear out of the zone, maybe a crack towards an empty net, even if they miss, the time will continue to tick off the clock, which is important. South Carolina is 1 for 4 on the power play thus far. And let's see who the Icemen send out as penalty killers. It's Dan DeSalvo with Wasey Rabbit. DeSalvo will take the draw. His home debut for the Icemen today. made his season debut Tuesday in Orlando. Cale Detzel and Garrett Cockrell are your defensemen to start off this penalty kill. South Carolina has 6 skaters on the ice. They have already pulled Morrison with an empty net behind them. The Icemen win the draw, but they do not clear. It's Grant Bessie, left face-off circle. Bessie to the blue line for Davison. Davison to the right side for Charbonneau. Defended by Rabbit. Davison with a wrister that is deflected wide by DeSalvo. The Stingrays hold it in the zone. Rabbit tries to knock the puck free. Puck comes loose, looking for DeSalvo. DeSalvo will clear it the length of the ice. No worries about an icing as Jacksonville is shorthanded. 1:30 to go on this power play for South Carolina. 2:22 to go in the game. The Icemen leading 3-1. Poke check by Detzel. Pokes it over the blue line and back out to center ice. Nice step up there by 18 in black for Jacksonville. Stingrays clear it in. Bairden will flip it around the wall himself, trying to set up Newbury. Stingrays get possession. Bessie at the left point. Skates away from Newbury. Drop pass for Chernichin. His wrister is deflected off the glass. Charbonneau keeps it in. Poked high into the air, trying to clear it out as Newbury. Unable to do so. Chernichin looking for Harrison. Stolen and cleared by Newbury towards the empty net. It is wide by about a foot or so, maybe a couple of feet, but again, no icing. 47 seconds to go on this power play for the Stingrays. 1:39 to go in the game. It's Bessie. Cross ice look for Davison, who gains the blue line. Davison backhands it behind the Jacksonville net. Bairden can't clear it. Centering feed, it goes to Fowley. Throwing it towards the empty net, he misses. First on the puck, however, is Wasey Rabbit. Rabbit, he misses. Defending was Fioretti, and so Rabbit missed it there. Would have been another shorthanded goal for the Icemen had it found the range. Still 17 seconds to go on this power play for South Carolina. It's been a 6-on-4 power play, and they've done almost nothing with it, quite honestly. As Mingo plays it to the left side for Newbury, to the right side for Cody Fowley. Cody Fowley, open net, score! It's an empty net goal, short-handed for Cody Fowley. And it's going to be a 4-1 lead for the Icemen. With 58 seconds to go in the contest, Cody Fowley with a 3-point night now with a goal and 2 assists. I believe Wasey Rabbit's going to get an assist on that goal as well. We'll wait for the official announcement, but the Icemen are going to win it. Just a matter of the final score at this point. Short-handed goal. Here's your call from Joe Massa.
Scored by number 19, Cody Fowley. Assisted by number 11, Chris Newbury. And number 10, Dejan Mingo. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 2 seconds. Your Iceman short-handed goal scored by number 19, Cody Fowley.
So Rabbit does not get an assist there.
Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 2 seconds.
Mingo picks up his second assist on the afternoon. In fact, Mingo assisting on the last 2 goals for Jacksonville. 37.3 seconds to go. Cody Fowley with a big 3-point night. Mikhail Bairden saving 23 of 24 to date. As the Icemen get another shot on net. Save made by Morrison on the drive from Justin Woods. Stingrays trying to clear out of their zone. They do. 3-on-3 breakout for them for the time being. Getting it to the blue line, but no further. DeSalvo for Randolph. Back for DeSalvo with 16 seconds to go. Sharp angle shot, save made by Morrison. Cleared out to center ice, but that should just about do it. 10 seconds to go, and the Icemen will improve to 7-2 on the season with a 4-1 victory over the South Carolina Stingrays. Just like opening night, the Icemen tied with South Carolina going into the third period, and they rattle off 3 unanswered goals to win it. 4-1 your final score today. We'll have your 3 stars of the game in just a moment, plus an interview with your number 1 star of the game. Do not go anywhere, everybody, as Jacksonville wins this one by a final score of 4-1. Your 3 stars of the game and your number 1 star interview coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, your final score, your Jacksonville Icemen 4, South Carolina 1. Shots on goal in the game for Jacksonville 30, for South Carolina 24. Fans, your 3 stars of the game. Your 3rd star from your Jacksonville Icemen, number 10, Dejan Mingo. Your 2nd star, also from your Jacksonville Icemen, number 19, Cody Fowley. And your number 1 star with 23 saves, number 30 goaltender, Mikael Bernin.